Okay, so we're going to try to finish up that lesson 5.2 where we solve this system using our TI-84 calculator. Now, the example that's given here with the system, these two equations are not written in y equals form or y equals mx plus b, slope-intercept form. So the first thing we've got to do is take care of that. So back up here on this first equation, 2x plus 5y equals 10. I want to get the y by itself, so I'm going to move the 2x to the other side. So 5y equals negative 2x plus 10. And then I want to divide through by 5. So the slope-intercept form for that line is negative 2/5 x plus 2. And then I want to do the same thing for the second equation. So for this equation, I want to get y by itself, so I'm going to move the 3x to the other side. So that's negative y equals negative 3x plus 3. And then I'm going to divide through by negative 1. So my answer for y is a positive 3x minus 3. And we want to graph these two equations in our calculator. So going over here to our calculator, I hope this is going to work. Exit drawing. Okay, let me stop here. So now we'd like to put these two equations into our calculator. So to do that, if you'll notice across the top row up here, these function keys deal with graphing. So we're going to press y equals, and it gives us a list of y equals that we could put in there. Now mine has plot 1 turned on too. I don't want that, so I'm going to just turn that off. So I'm going to hit enter and arrow back down. So now plot 1's not on. And I'm going to type in the equations. So the first one was a negative 2/5 x, and this is our x key right here, x plus 2. And our second equation is 3x minus 3. Now be careful, that's minus, this is a negative sign here. Okay, so we've got our two equations typed in, and we want to see what this looks like. Now, the window it's going to be graphed on will be whatever the last window that was used for our calculator. So what I typically do is go back over here and zoom, go across here under zoom, and if we choose a standard viewing window, that's what we're used to seeing from that negative 10 to 10 on both the x and the y axis. So I'm going to choose that. I'm going to choose zoom standard as my viewing window. And if that wasn't a good viewing window, then I would pick something else. Okay. So anyway, we've got our two lines drawn here for us. And what we would like to know is this point of intersection. Now it's almost obvious what that is, but not really. So what we're going to do here is find that point. And to find it, notice up above the trace key, it says calculate, C-A-L-C, and that deals with graphing. So we're going to do second trace that allows us to access that calculate. And we want to calculate the intersection as choice number 5. So we're going to say, yep, that's what we want. Notice the cursor's blinking on one of the curves, and it's blinking at the y-intercept. But it's telling me, okay, this is one of your lines that you want to use. Yep. So I'm going to hit enter. This is the second curve, and it's, here again, it's blinking at the y-intercept. And even down here at the bottom, it tells us what that ordered pair is. But yep, I want that one for my second line. And then it allows us to guess what we want to guess that to be. I usually don't bother with guessing. I just hit enter and say, oh, this is my intersection right here. And so our intersection in this problem for these two lines is 1.47 and the y value is 1.41. And that's the point of intersection. So that's the solution to the system of those two equations.